There's no intro for this video, and I mean, it was recorded last night at like 5 a.m. So I mean, I meant to edit it and drop it on Sunday, but I'm just gonna drop it on Monday. New Roblox car game, Corsa Legends. Yes, I know this is only my second upload on this channel, but I just have to do it. I'm a commit now. You spawn in the dealership. It's a little laggy, but yeah, you spawn in the dealership. And you have all these vehicles right here. And the best starter vehicle that I'd say you should get would be either the R32 or the Supra. And reason being, both of these cars have a really good base. So, well, basically, obviously, you're gonna put your trim as the base trim because anything else, it costs quite more. It's quite more expensive. So these two cars, they are really good starters because number one, they have far more power than every other car below them, while only costing a little bit more. So their engine, actually, you can fit a good bit of parts in them. So for example, this vehicle right here, it costs more. It gives you less power, actually. That's a bad example. Let me go to a better one. Okay, I know for sure this has more power overall. Yeah, 485, 83 capacity, but this weighs 4,000 pounds. Weight is also a very big factor in this game. You see, these both weigh only 3,000 pounds, and they have great starting power. So I would suggest both of these. And well, the Supra has far more capacity than the R32, but it's honestly up to you. You can fit more parts with better capacity, but you can also change out your engines for more capacity or less capacity. And coming around, so if you go behind the dealership, actually, I cut the video, but I got in R32. Yeah, this is also the UI for all your cars, and they're listed in certain categories. Unless you just want to go all and show all of your vehicles, you can obviously go here and show the, like specifically what category the car is in and whatnot. Also, before I get into actually customizing the car, so you have your part shop. You can buy a bunch of different parts, and this is actually where the money system comes into play. So you actually have to get money to actually be able to buy these parts, and you get money either by, well, obviously going to the shop, cash, buying cash, waiting on your cash prizes, or okay, so when you drive, like every mile that you drive, Viper drivers, man, oof, God. Anyway, like I was saying, every mile that you drive, I'm pretty sure it's like $900 to $1,000 you get. And you also have, so I'm not going to teleport to them yet. You also have the airport straight. This is one of the longer races. You have the racetrack. I believe this is the longest race. Gives you the most money. And then at the racetrack, there's actually a secondary race. It's a little drag race. It doesn't pay like anything though. I mean, it's like a really short race, and it gives you bad money though. I wouldn't recommend it unless you have like VIP, and then you get paid a little bit more. And also, you can, obviously when you buy parts, you can sell the parts and whatnot. You can repair your car, which I think you should here and there, but it's not all that crazy power wise. I mean, your power is not going to just drop. And your oil, okay, I will say your oil is important, but it's really what you can afford. And if you, well, not getting into this just yet, but obviously in the parts shop, and I got a little off topic, I was, that Viper really just got me mad. You can buy different parts. So you got all of this right here, your intakes, your camshafts, which they're not called, well, they have camshaft listed under them. These are your ECUs, you can get a muffler delete, this is your exhaust and whatnot, your cylinder heads, fuel injectors, your air filters, and these are your engines. Yeah, these right here are your engines. And there's engines with different capacity. So the customizing part, you drive into here with the car you want to customize. You can't just not have a car and try to customize. It doesn't work like that. So once you buy these parts, you can also purchase them while in the customization, while you're customizing your car. I want to go over capacity a little bit more. So you see I have 72 out of 72. This car only has 72 capacity. The engine I have takes up 42 capacity with 384 torque. Now you might be saying, oh, well, what about that other engine that was 44 capacity and gave you way more torque? Why wouldn't you use that one? For a lot of reasons. So that engine, just because it has more torque, it doesn't have more power. The way you can check how much power the engine actually gives you, but I mean, it doesn't show. It shows the torque, not the power. You either have to look up a video, or you have to click on or buy the engine and put it in, and then you can check that way. And here is where you can change how low your car sits, how far out your tires are. You can also change your tire pressure, your gear ratios as well. These are very important. These can actually change how fast your car is to a good extent. Now, obviously, if you did the airport race and you were running a 20 second on the airport race, and then you change your gear ratios, you're obviously not going to get a 15. I mean, it's not going to increase it that crazily, but for example, you run 1950s and then you tune it, it's very possible to now run 1870s. I mean, but also you have to make sure your car is able to output that power. It outputs that much power, you know. All right, now for crates. So you go over here to crates. You might be wondering, oh, well, what is this? Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyway. The import crate, this gives you a chance of both of these combined, but also a chance of a really rare car. And also with the parts crate, it's the same way, but this is just parts, and these are the rarities. So different parts that you can get, and then, you know, the rare parts, less rare parts, and whatnot. Then you have your fusion crate, which also does the same. You can change the quantity that you buy. And fusions, which I said I wasn't going to go over, you can actually, if they work for your car, you can equip them. So you could purchase, you could try for a different rarity. Also, I'm going to go over game passes you might want to get and ones that you really don't want to get. I know basically all of them. So VIP, definitely I would recommend, because you get paid a huge bonus in races, and if you have friends in the game with you, you also get paid an extra bit if they're in the game. You know, you get plus added to your how much you're already getting paid. I wouldn't say buy the 6-7 pack. They do come pretty quick. The Lambos, or the Lambo, not Lambos, the Lambo. It's pretty quick, but I wouldn't spend 1,000 on that. Definitely not, unless you just have the money and you want the car. But the Emperor's pack, on the other hand, for its price of $599, you get a R35 and a LFA, so a Lexus. But yeah, you do get a 5-star R35 actually, and the LFA too, which I mean, I think that's a pretty good one of the pretty good game passes. Now the Modern Muscle is, you get more cars than the Emperor pack for less of a price. So, and once again, that pass is more, it's one of the passes you can just buy it if you want to, but I don't know. I'm not too sure about that pass. The Jet 300, definitely no. Definitely no. And the rest of these just pay you more for different jobs, and well, you get different vehicles. The Dragon ECU is probably the best thing for price in the entire shop. So if I'm correct, it is the 3rd best ECU in the game you can buy. It's a legendary. One more thing, lag. So on certain cars that have certain engines, or just, no, it doesn't even have to have the engine in general, it can just have turbo lag. You can get an ECU to minimize the turbo lag if you want. Generally the lag isn't horrible depending on the engine you're running in your car. So the 2JZ has really bad lag. Even if you try to minimize it, it's still pretty bad. And if you don't know what turbo lag is, then Google it. I mean, it's pretty, once again, it's a self-explanatory thing. Your turbo lags, and like it takes time to spoil up and actually launch. Now, obviously, it's not like you gotta wait 20 seconds so you're on the gas. I mean, it's not like a long. It doesn't have to spoil up for long, but I mean, it's obviously it can affect your speed. You have swerve. And how this works, you get a car, you click retry, obviously you gotta retry. You haven't sped up anywhere yet. And you see, you don't get points for swerving, but rather avoiding traffic. And the faster you go, you get a bigger boost. And as you can see, it stacks up. It gets pretty high. And the rate at which this pays, I'm pretty sure 100,000 pays you 10,000 cash. Oh, and with some cars, you have launch control act. You do launch control by holding S and W. Then you let go of S and it launches. Simple as that.